Jenna and I met 3 years ago. She's smart, she's beautiful, she makes me laugh.
What? I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
If you absolutely have to become an adult and all that comes with it, this is the kind of woman you want to do it with. Right?
You've played kind of like a lost and confused 20-something-year-old, and now it's kind of like the same type of thing I noticed when I was watching it. Is that the kind of character that you really enjoy, or was it just like the time of life?
I suppose you could find a lot of things that are in common between this and the guy from Garden State, but I think for me, they were different in that this guy's on the right track. He's got his life. He's a happy guy. He's got everything he ever dreamed. He's with the girl of his dreams. Everything's going great. He's just really having trouble wrapping his head around she's the last girl I'm ever gonna kiss.
What are you drinking?
Have we met before?
I'm Kim.
Having a crisis, are we?
I've been thinking about my life lately, and everything feels pretty planned out. There are no more surprises.
I feel like we should buy a house.
That is so boring.
I know.
I loved your performance in the movie.
Thank you.
I literally, during some of your scenes where you're freaking out, crying, I didn't want to, but I almost started crying in the theater. It was really good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's heavy stuff to watch. I have a hard time watching it myself. It's like, it's hard to see yourself get that upset.
Jenna, open the door!
I can do whatever the hell I want. We're not married. Remember, we're both free, just like you wanted.
I made a mistake.
You're right. Too late, man. Move your dead foot.
So for your first film, you had to dig deep to get some emotion out, and you had a crazy scene with Zack Braff.
Yeah, crazy is a good word for it. Yeah, it was definitely different, but a great experience. And, you know, having your first love scene in your first movie, it's like, why not just dive right in, and maybe you'll be prepared for the next one.
Did you get a little nervous?
Yeah, of course, it's very nerve-wracking. And I remember right before we started, I was freaking out a little bit, like, okay, when are we doing it? How light's it gonna be in there? What clothes am I taking off? Okay, let's just go. You know, you just have to kind of like just hold your breath and just go through it and get it over with.
Hi.
Hey.
I promise I won't touch you.
You walk this world like you're a ghost.
I guess I'm drawn to things that I can really relate to. I can't relate to like rappelling off a mountain and firing Uzis at people, or running from trucks blowing up.
But you might like to try that.
Sure, one day. But the stories, the scripts that I respond to are usually things that I go, wow, I know what that's like, and that's a cool story, and I'd love to. No one's really made a really honest, gritty version of that story.
I'm not gonna leave, Jenna. You're gonna have to come talk to me sooner or later.
Go away!
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I love you, and I don't deserve you, but this is our home. This is our home, Jenna, and I'm not gonna leave this porch until you talk to me.
Where do you draw that emotion from? I mean, do you think back to a certain time in your life when you felt that way, or?
When I actually get to set, it's just all about connecting with the other actor and listening to them and believing it. Just constantly saying to yourself, this is real, and this is my love, and I am pregnant, and I am going through this, and to just invest in the circumstances. That way, it keeps it real moment to moment and allows whatever's gonna happen. If you're calling on some emotion from some other situation and you're not fully present.
Why did you do something so awful to me?
Because I was scared.
You know what? I don't want to hear it.
Well, it's realistic and it doesn't pull any punches, and it's real. It's a real life situation, and if you hated me and you got angry, then that's good, you know. And but I bet you talked about it after the movie. You know, it's the kind of it's not a movie that you go and just forget about 2 seconds after you leave the theater, like so many. It's a movie that is going to cause people to get into a dialogue. I mean, just all the reporters I've been talking today said, I loved it, and I've just gotten a huge debate in the other room about it. And that's the biggest compliment I think you can give a movie, is you're still talking about it days afterwards.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What you feel only matters to you.
Jenna!
It's what you do to the people you love that counts.